Well, folks, with Sparky's annual trip to Steamtown coming up in 3 days, I decided to finally share all my footage from my trip there in 2017, and share with you guys some of my experiences and things I recommend doing while in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I hope you guys enjoy. So here we are in Scranton at the beautiful mall at Steamtown, and this mall is not like any other mall because there is actually a walkway from this mall to Steamtown Historic Site, which is basically the entire museum in Scranton. And here we are at the other side of the walkway, just in time to see a Lackawanna Railroad, I think it's an F3, go by. And right here's the roundhouse. This is sort of like the center of the museum. As you can see, tons of interesting pieces on display. I'm not sure if they've changed it since then, but it won't disappoint. Check this out, Union Pacific Big Boy 4012. Guys backing up. Here's something that I thought was very interesting. Inside part of the roundhouse, there is an HO scale replica of the roundhouse during its days of operation. And if we go over here, you can actually see there's this ramp. I believe this was part of a coal loading system. But the very interesting thing about this is that if we go over to the window, and look outside, you can see that same ramp is now actually part of the walkway from the mall at Steamtown to the historic site. So that's something I thought was very cool. It was the second day of being here. You can tell by the weather. This is actually still a partially active yard. You can see some locomotives moving around there. Me and my dad wound up getting a chance to ride up in the cupola of a caboose, which just so happened to go by the Union Pacific Big Boy on display here, which really gives you a very close look at it. I believe by now this locomotive has been restored, but you can see right here, it really needed it.
Braking power to the train, in case the train starts going down a hill, starts to drag.
Literally right beside Steamtown National Historic Site is another museum. It's a trolley museum, and for $5 you can ride this trolley, and I cannot recommend this enough to you. It's an hour-long trolley ride, and I know that might sound like a lot, but it's a lot of fun. And you get to go through a mile-long tunnel, and while we went through this tunnel, they really put the hammer down, and it was just amazing being in this historic trolley, probably going about 40 miles an hour down a track with the wind blowing around. It was really something. And at the end of the line, they've got a restoration shop where they're restoring even more trolleys. And then they take you right back. And let me point out, these trolleys are still moving people for actual purposes. There's actually a baseball stadium at the end of the line, and when a game is on, these historic trolleys pick people up in the downtown and take them out to see the game. Well, folks, that's gonna be it for the tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. I wish I had more footage, but these are the things I did well in Scranton. And that penny that I showed you guys earlier, well, that's now on the bottom of my layout. It's still there to this day.